I'm worried about the chili.
Me too. So, all right, I'm going to leave it in my lap right
That's fine.
now. All right.
That's fine.
So 3, 2, 1.
I'm leaving all that in.
All right. Hello. Welcome to Making the Hot Tag. I'm Deirdre.
I'm Brendan.
My housemate Gene made us nachos, and I begged him not to make them messy. And he's very annoyed that there's not sour cream and
green verde sauce.
Yeah, but I think this is already risky in the bed. That is definitely chili.
Yep.
But it's good. Okay, we're also drinking
more.
And it's got all kinds of stuff in it this time. There's some Aperol. There's some elderflower. There's gin. There's ginger ale.
It looks like a lager.
Let's take a sip. Ready? Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.
That's tasty.
That is tasty.
Very
I probably
tasty.
could never replicate it because I was a little tipsy when I made it. So.
Well, this is going to be a fun episode.
So this is, we've done 3 in a row here. So this is drink 3.
Yep.
So I will be probably totally chomping on these the whole time. Okay, so what are we seeing today?
Today we have a woman's match.
Yay, chicks.
It's been a while, so I figured go back into this realm. It's a one-on-one match, and one of them is Mercedez Martinez, who we've seen before. She's going against a newcomer to Making the Hot Tag.
Oh.
Serena Deeb.
Serena Deeb. That sounds like dweeb. Sounds like dweeb.
But she's actually a very, very good wrestler.
Okay.
So it should be. I haven't seen the match.
So you don't know who wins? Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You don't? Oh, good.
No, I just cut the match, and if I did see who won, I wasn't paying attention, so I don't remember.
Okay.
So I just know the two wrestlers are really, really good, so I can only imagine that this is going to be a fun one.
Also, these nachos are really, really good.
I bet.
And
I may not have a chance to have one.
You probably won't. But the chili that's in the bowl is my homemade vegetarian chili, so.
Oh, nice.
Also good.
All right. So we're starting in 3, 2, 1.
Play! Ooh. There's a lot of boobs.
Yeah, that's a holy shit. That was not expected.
I don't mean to draw attention to that. Like, I'm not trying to be, but wow.
It was there.
I don't know how you wrestle with boobs that big. I feel like they would get in the way. Kind of like golf. It's really hard to golf.
Or tennis.
But golf in particular, you're going to put your arms together. Like, I've tried to learn, and it's
not easy.
It's not easy. Somebody that was teaching me said that they use the acronym ATT. You got to stay above the tits. I didn't say that. They said that. I got a big wad of cheese here. Just saying.
I'm jealous.
You should be.
So, purple pants is Serena Deeb.
Okay. So they're very attractive. So I feel like this is at risk of being one of those, like we like to see chicks fight, sexy girly things. So I'll be happily surprised if they fight like dudes. Which is really like girls, because girls are better than dudes. Just saying.
You're not going to get a disagreement from me. But, yes, I mean, the last time you had that sentiment at the beginning of a match, it was a banger of a match.
It was a banger, yeah. This one, to me, is already starting with too much strutting. You know, I hate that. So there's too much strutting. Somebody should have punched somebody by now, or kicked somebody, or...
Well, person 2 is Mercedes is coming. She hasn't even been in the ring yet. Because I know...
Too much prancing.
There's always... Can I put in the entrance? Is that going to cause too much annoyance? Or if I skip the entrance, what's the...
I like the entrance, but I like the entrance in an efficient manner. I don't want to feel like, okay, let's get on with this. I don't want that thought to ever cross my mind. Okay, she's wearing her bra, apparently. She doesn't walk like a duck, though, which takes some of the attractiveness out of that. And the ring announcer is wearing a handkerchief. So, there's 3 people fighting?
No, redhead, the one who's talking right now, I think is Serena's manager.
Oh.
Or hype person.
So she doesn't even let the announcer. She's got to announce her own person.
Right, because it's what bad guys do.
Okay.
Or will do.
So Purple Pants is the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Did I like Mercedes in the last match? I can't remember.
Yeah, because she fought Chris. And, we can't go against Chris, but Mercedes is a very... Holy crap. Mercedes is a very good wrestler.
Did you get a Watto chips?
Yes, I did. Oh, geez, stay on.
All right. It's funny. Mercedes looks like a chick, but walks like a dude.
She does carry herself that way.
I respect that about her. Okay, come on. Let's get to punching.
April Hunter.
Yeah, I should be more cognizant of this part and just edit the end or the fight right from the entrance.
I don't know though. I mean, I think there was stuff to be learned about the entrance. You know, like you just see the bad guy.
Well, I'm not saying edit out the entrance, but both people enter and then immediately cut to the start of the fight.
Serena Deeb, the new leader of
Chips on boobs.
That's my next book series.
Chips on boobs.
16 in shocking fashion.
In my family, we call it the shelf.
Against Mercedes
We call it the Borden shelf because that's my mother's maiden name, and that's where it originated from. That part of the family. They all have them. All right, at least they didn't start with the weird hand thing.
The weird hand thing? Oh, you mean like the...
Yeah, although this is the shoulder version of that, really. Oh, she just laid down. Did you see her?
Very impressive.
Serena with that change of heart and attitude since joining Valkyrie.
I want to see somebody flip somebody or kick somebody or punch somebody. I'm done with this grappling.
Give it time.
I know. I'm not good at being patient for the grappling.
Sure.
You're much better at the whole... Like, you see the whole arc of the match, and I just want to see people punch people.
You just want to see the violence.
I don't know what that says about us.
That's what makes this work.
I'm interested in the ink. I wish I could see close-ups of the ink.
She just gave her a noogie.
I missed that. I was trying to get chili on my chip.
Well, Mercedes brought her down, and Walla the chokehold just went to the top of her.
I think there's nothing wrong with a good noogie.
Yeah, it's rubbing it in a way.
Be interested in seeing if any of them revolt to the terrible wet willy. Can you imagine? I would love to see that in a match. Somebody like sticking their finger in their mouth and then just wet willying. I bet it exists in some match.
I bet in comedy, there's probably a comedy wrestling match out there where wet willies are aplenty.
So much grappling. Come on. Now it's like she's grabbing her badge.
I mean, it's not as blatant as the dick grab.
No, it really isn't. Well, vaginas are less blatant than dicks.
Noogie her again.
It's her go-to move. She's smiling about it. She likes it. Makes her happy. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
This is why I didn't want chili.
I know.
Mercedes always felt like half fun in the beginning of the match. But she knows when
now my blanket needs to be
and things usually get serious
washed.
Did you just start out alone?
Yes, I did. Oh well. It's the third show. It's okay.
True.
But she's not even really chokeholding her. She just moved her head all over the place. This looks really fakey fake to me so far. I do not approve.
I unfortunately agree. But again, I know like this is a traditional beginning to a match.
Yeah, but don't you feel like she just literally moved her head from side to side? If it's your job as the person receiving the chokehold, if you're trying to make it believable, to make it like you can't move your head.
True.
Now she looks like she's posing for the swimsuit issue. Not the pink bra one, the other one.
Right,
Purple pants. I don't remember their names already. Mercedes and Purple Pants.
Serena.
Like the tennis player, only nothing like the tennis player.
Deeb getting a scolding from Frankie Gassino's. Mercedes trying
She's
to
doing a headstand. I watched her do it. These guys suck.
Serena does not like these little tricks of Mercedes at all.
That's better.
Oh, and clothesline.
Can't you see? She just jumped into it.
Took her head off.
I can see every move the other person helping.
At just the right time.
Face full of buckle for Deeb.
I'm disappointed. I want the girls to be better.
When he looks like playtime's over.
I think they will be. I mean, I'm liking
And
it.
another one.
But
But
see,
that's my preference over.
but I've already stopped suspending my disbelief. Now all I can see is each of them helping the other one as they do their move. Yeah. I don't even think the audience is liking it that much. They're kind of quiet. Don't you think they're quiet?
I do.
Another big smile on the face.
They're quiet because nothing exciting is happening.
Martinez.
That's not bad. That looks pretty good.
Just raining down right hands in the corner.
So do you know what this is on the card with?
Trying to go up and over.
I think this is the main event.
Really? Oh, people will probably want their money back.
You're saying it after 5 minutes.
Here's the problem. You like wrestling so much. You with wrestling is like me with pizza. Hear me out, guys. As far as I'm concerned, even bad pizza is good pizza.
Right.
I'm aware that it's not as good, as like my favorite gourmet pizza. But I love it nonetheless because it's pizza. I feel like you're the same way with wrestling. You're willing to wait for it to get good.
True. Yes.
But I represent the other half of wrestling fans. It's like you could lose me already in this time period. I would be at the bar getting a drink and in the bathroom.
At the same time.
Well, no. One first, then the other. But I wouldn't be interested anymore. So
that part I understand.
And not everybody's like you, like half the audience. So I feel like that's why the audience is quiet. That looks kind of fun and mean. I think this is why Chris Statlander will always be my fave. Or one of my faves. She really fights.
Yeah.
Like, she's actually fighting no matter what's happening. Some are showier than others, but I never feel like she doesn't go home sore and miserable at the end of a match.
Sure.
April Hunter doing the damage on the outside.
And I feel like she gives it just as good as she gets it, and even if there's a guy involved, it doesn't matter. She holds her own. I sort of forget that she's female, and I just see her as a fighter.
That I totally get that.
Well, right now I'm watching female fighters. Right.
Yeah, I like I said, I didn't see this. I just put it together, but I'm starting to think that this is more based around showing off how much of a bad person Serena is. It's more about the story and the angle rather than
maybe even setting her up for some other some other fight that she's having coming up. Right.
So I do see that, but like you said, I know how good Serena can be, and I know how good Mercedes can be. So
I don't remember feeling this way the last time I saw Mercedes. So
right. But again, she was fighting Chris,
right? Who I think ups everybody's game.
Yep.
Yeah, this to me is all about male fantasy of two women fighting, and I don't like that. I think that means I have to drink more and eat less. That's what I think. So,
so I saw the first shot where two, I don't know how to say this properly, where two heavily
right, it was all about their
women
boobs,
just
right.
walked in, and I was like, I don't know if I should do this.
Listen, there's nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing wrong with that if you're going to actually have a real fight.
Right.
Like,
well, I saw that. I'm like, but it's Serena versus Mercedes. It's it's got to be good.
Yeah.
Serena back on Mercedes.
Yeah, that wasn't even a real move. She just stomped her feet and then Mercedes fell down. Oh, wait. Do I have it right? Is Pinky Tusk? Yeah, see that? Like, what is that move even supposed to be? You see nothing except her stomping her feet. Her crotch doesn't even make contact with her back, and suddenly she falls down. I call bullshit on that.
No, she's a boxer.
Yeah, and she's just standing there taking it.
Straight left hands.
With her hands down by her side. Which, by the way, if you were ever taught to fight, you know. To protect yourself.
That took too much time.
Oh my
god.
God.
I saw that. Even I saw that one.
All kidding aside, I can tell from the venue and everything that this is a little bit better than the ones, like it's a higher level, higher cost ticket than the ones where it looks like somebody's rec room. And if I was in the audience, I would be genuinely disappointed. Especially if this is the main event on the card. Like, compare this to last week's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it was so much action all of the time, so much fun to watch.
Yep.
Right? We had somebody as a guest that doesn't even watch wrestling, and he was all in. It was like, can you imagine having a guest that's never seen wrestling before watching this?
Well, so it reminds me of when we brought in Bev.
Mm-hmm.
And the match that I had set up was that women's submission match that was
like all grapple.
I mean, I loved it for what it was, but in retrospect, that's definitely not a good introduction.
Somebody who doesn't know.
Correct.
Yeah. Whereas that last one was so action filled. This one is all this is show and no real.
Yep.
And even the show, I don't think, is actually that good.
Right.
So, yeah. And especially when it's two good fighters. So, now, go with me here. If I'm somebody who doesn't know anything about wrestling and I'm a misogynist, and I see last week's match and this week's match, you can see how easy it would be, and I think this is probably why it bothers me so much, how easy it would be for somebody to go, well, that's because this is a girl's match and that was a guy's match, right? Which is not the case, because when female fighters are good, they're often technique-wise way better than their male counterparts.
Well, there was I don't remember how long ago it was. There was the intergender match that had the one guy that you really didn't like, Daniel Garcia, against the Russian name, Masha.
Right.
And at the beginning, you were very hesitant because it was intergender, but you as the match went on, you started getting really into it because Masha was fantastic.
Yes, and holding it not in a way that looked like, sometimes it looks patronizing.
Yeah.
For some reason, the girl's amazing and the guy's like a bozo and can't do anything. But they seemed equally matched.
Yep.
It just seemed like a fight, and I sort of forget about the gender. I guess I like that, you know? But I'm sure there's a whole audience for people who just want to see pretty half-naked women fight. I mean,
oh yeah, no, that was Glow.
You know, right, so
Glow
that
back in the day.
Yeah, that's what this looks like to me.
Oh yeah,
and I am like so bored at this point with it.
Well, it's the WWF kind of screwed it over in a way because they made women's wrestling more about the looks and hey, we got TNA, watch us, and when there was a women's match in WWF, it would be 2 minutes of them like slapping and then rolling on the mat before something happened and someone won.
Right.
But during that same time, there were women who got professionally trained, knew their craft, and paid their dues and just never got a chance because they weren't,
pretty enough.
Pretty enough or big bosomed enough.
Right.
That's the correct verbiage.
Yeah.
To get their shot.
Mm-hmm.
And now the tide has shifted where, more women are getting the exposure because they're just
good
amazing
fighters.
wrestlers.
Right. Yeah.
But if it were like the Venn diagram, the circles are just getting
Mm-hmm.
closer of, beautiful women and good wrestlers.
Yeah. Because to me, it doesn't matter. Like, some of the matches we've seen that I've liked, the female wrestler is beautiful, and I'm like, but then they fight amazing.
Yep.
Doesn't matter to me, but this to me is nonsense. Boo. Especially given that we've seen them fight before. Well, I haven't seen one of them.
Mercedes.
But yeah, I've seen Mercedes fight well, and I'm taking your word that the other one fights well. Like, what a waste.
It's too late.
And honestly, I can hear the difference in the crowd.
Mercedes with that kick to the
The
gut.
crowd is not involved in this match.
Yeah, they're kind of deflated. You are
Yeah,
right.
they're not involved in this match. It's like when you see any other sports and you say the arena is really quiet and it has an effect on the momentum of the game,
Yep.
Oh, I feel like it's like a circle. The audience doesn't care, and so then the show isn't as good, and I don't know. I keep seeing them jump into the moves of the other side, and I just hate that so much.
But they're kind of going to the territory that you really don't like, where they do a move, do nothing for
Right.
2 or 3 minutes, and then
Right.
do
Right. And you can see if they're flipping somebody, you can literally see the other person leap off the mat into the flip,
right.
Or like coming back to that move where she was stomping on the mat. You
So,
can't stomp on the mat and actually not make contact. Like, I know that was supposed to be her slamming her butt on the back, the lower back of the other person, and then they collapsed. But she wasn't even making contact. So it was really just her jumping on the mat and the other person falling down from the sound of
the vibration.
Right, it's so stupid. I should, and I am less sophisticated in this area. I shouldn't be able to see it that much.
Mercedes getting so frustrated with April Hunter.
Oh, she caught her in the apron.
That's ridiculous. That somehow catching her in the apron would make her
Totally stuck.
right and unable to defend herself. That was the dumbest move of the entire match, and this has been a dumb match. She was there's no pain. Why is she laying like that? There was no pain. She didn't slam her head against the mat. All she did was slide her into the apron. How did that?
And now it froze her in time.
Right, and now she can't move.
And a knee
Oh
in
my
the
God.
back.
And she's just going to lay here and take that. By the way, we can see her holding onto the mat and not really stomping her. This is the worst
Mercedes
match
like a
ever.
trapped animal right now.
This is what happens when you don't watch it first.
True.
I need to trim this.
Yes, I was going to mention that.
So I'm so bored with the match that I'm thinking about trimming your beard. Right here, guys. What do you think? Right? Yep.
Right where it curls?
Yes, right where it curls. You can do this if you're going to grow this out too, but you don't. You cut this. So then this needs to be.
Yeah, I am.
You have to make a choice. Like
I am pretty close in just trimming it.
You either just go full on,
Going old.
like fat out here too, so it matches,
Right.
or we trim this.
No, I'd rather trim it. I like I said, I'm just gonna buzz it.
What do you mean? Go down to what?
Just what I had before.
Oh, okay. I like.
What do you mean shave it all off?
I know.
No, I'm
It's
not
so
doing that.
sad. I love your beard. It's very Kris Kringley. Ginger's fun, but ginger beard is really fun. I haven't seen anything in the last however many minutes.
You didn't miss anything.
All right, so since clearly our audience is going to be bored too, we should talk about something else.
Okay.
Because this is lame. So what should we talk about?
For a superplex.
Well, this is going to be in 3 weeks.
Right.
So this is sound weird to you guys, but I'm trying to think what classes are coming up.
Oh.
I don't think we have anything in February yet.
just the showcase.
Oh, showcase, yes.
So if you guys are interested in being on-camera performers or voiceover talent or stage talent, any or all, you can let us know and we'll get you some training to prepare you for our showcase, which is the first Saturday in March.
March 5th, I believe.
Yeah.
So in the description of this video, I will put the email address.
Perfect.
That you can reach out to us and
yeah. So
get
when
more
you
information.
when you do the showcase, basically you get to audition in front of casting agents from New York, Boston, and LA.
And Kansas.
So the Midwest as well. So it's super exciting. You can get representation, you can get auditions, all kinds of things. And if you want to talk to somebody else who's done it successfully, we can hook you up with somebody who might be able to share with you what the experience was like for them.
Yep.
And you'll be a much better actor than either of these two females on the mat right now. So,
and the ref.
And the ref. I know the ref is terrible too. I am.
What was that? It?
Oh, did somebody win? Oh, Purple Pants won. Wee. So excited.
you know what happened? Purple Pants was pinning Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
Mercedes had her foot on the rope, which, as you know, would stop the count.
Yep.
And then red hair in the background pushed her foot off the rope, so the ref never saw it.
Oh.
I pieced that together.
I see. I wasn't paying any attention, so I didn't piece any of that together.
It's okay.
So we apologize but this is part of the overall experience, right? Is that sometimes it's a really good match and sometimes it's a lame-o match, but that's,
Hey, it happens.
It does happen.
We've had our fair share of stinkers here.
Which is why you need a good beverage and fantastic nachos, which we pretty much devoured.
Yep.
There's only crumbs left, and there's some chili on my blanket, but I'm not going to show you that. Okay, so the next time you see us, will we be celebrating your birthday, do you think?
Yes.
Yes. So so be thinking really good birthday thoughts between now and then, and we will share some birthday festivities with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yay. Cheers.
Drink is better than the match.
And the tomatoes. The tomatoes were better than the match.
Not better than the drink.